Welcome to Caching Waves. This is an Elliott Wave update for FLR. Now in this video I'm going to cover from the daily all the way down to the micro time frame. But if you're new here, this is the assets I cover on the YouTube channel, 2 a day, Monday to Friday. Today is Friday. FLR is my random pick today. So let's get into it. Now if you're an old viewer, you know we rode this all the way up and we're calling for a very deep retracement after this when we failed to continue into price discovery. And we've finally broken out of the pitchfork I had for since like March or April back here. And so it's time to cover this. Now, a couple of things I need to mention with this correction. This is our history we have, and there's several different ways to view this. But the important thing is the direction is up either way. And I'll talk about how those different scenarios can play out. So first, I would say we either have, if our low starts from here at 8.17 of a cent, if our count starts from here, this is our trend, the beginning of our trend, then all I would be looking for is a 1-to-1 extension as a WXY. Now that would take us up to about 8.44 cents. I know that seems very bullish, but that's one of the least bullish of all of them. So this is where in the future, come, early spring, late winter, if we're up here, we need to be very much on guard. Now, the other alternative is we can get a zigzag up to here, and that's a third wave within a larger diagonal, which is a series of 3-wave patterns, 5-wave move, which creates a larger wave 1. We expect a correction to correct the entire move up, and then further upside after that larger correction. So that's scenario 2. Now, scenario 3, which is the most bullish, which I think has a likelihood to happen, is with this count here, what we end up having, because we started over here, is we actually started in a correction, and that's the start of our trend right here. This is the most bullish scenario. And what this would be, so this ended up being a WXYXZ. It's a triple zigzag. But what we need to keep note, even though we don't have overlap between wave 1 and 4, is this can also be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, label off there. Like so. And we don't have overlap between wave 4 and 1, but we don't need to in a diagonal. That's a rule change. So that being said, that can be 5 waves down, which creates an ABC. And this is the start of our trend. This is the most bullish scenario. So from this scenario, we have brand new fibs to pull because we're not starting from a previous trend. This is where we start our 5-wave count. So depending how big this wave gets, if we get like a 1-2, a 1-2, this can really launch into price discovery depending on if we get nested 1-2s. You see what I'm saying? So for purposes of this analysis, I'm going to start from the ABC here. But remember, we will be on guard up at this 8-cent mark, depending what the count is by then. So we don't know what the count's going to be by then. We just have to pay attention when it does happen. Well, let's talk about this correction. We ended up coming to the 786. It was actually a pretty nice correction, WXYXZ. And I still remember tracking this as a double zigzag WXY to the upside. So we'll start the trend from the low here for our most bullish scenario. So going down to the hourly chart, that's where we have to start. It's quite bullish, and I still need to pull some pivots, but just wanted to show you guys where I'm at here. I was digging into this morning when it started taking off out of our pitchfork. Let me see that again. There's our pitchfork. Came right up to it, launched through. So have this as a wave 1, 2. You can see our 5-wave move in there with our triangle wave 1. and potentially a second nested 1-2 as a diagonal. I pulled the fibs from wave 3 off of wave 4. Wave 5 is shorter than wave 3, works well. And this is the deep retracement where beginning of wave 1 off of the top of wave 1, we end up coming to the golden zone. Oh, sorry, the 786, wrong fib. There we go. Between the 618 and the 786. So pretty reasonable for a second one too. So off there we have launched, which indicates that this is our third of the third. See peak volume, we're peaking RSI. So I believe this count is correct. Have this as a 1-2. Third wave in white, looking for a fourth wave correction. Fifth to complete our third wave, then another 4-5 to complete our larger third wave, and another 4-5. So I'm going to be looking for entries in this area. I'm going to be tracking this one now on the regular in the Discord. So once this wave finishes, if you're looking to take an entry, you're not part of the Discord, whenever it finishes, I'm going to be looking for an entry between the 236 and the 382. I'll probably have some limit buys. Stop will be past the 618 or just past the 50. Let's pull that out. Like so. Get some prices on there. So if the top is in, we take from the beginning of our wave 3 to the top of our wave 3. Again, if this keeps going up, you just keep pulling, but looking for a fourth wave correction in white, maybe a triangle, maybe a flat, we'll see, but to hold above the 50. And I'll look to get an entry into this. But this is kind of what our wave pattern should look like. And that creates a larger 1-2. And this is where we really want to grab that larger wave 3 to the upside. So probably some sideways over the next week or two. Sideways as in between 2 and 3 cents-ish. And I'll re-pull these fibs and figure out exactly where our target should be. But you can see we're at our 2.618. We're already extended in our third wave. So I expect some cool down here and some sideways. Now what we don't want to see is rejection. We don't want to see a break below 618. So if you're in this trade, if I was in this trade, my stops would not be any lower than that 1.733 cents. Because right now we just have a potential WXY, ABCX, ABC, right? Double zigzag. So if we start to reject, come lower, that's a problem. But as of right now, the trend looks really good to the upside, as you can see. And once we actually get this wave 1 and 2, this is where we can really consider launching to price discovery. All right, guys, I'm going to start covering this in the membership Discord. If you want to get involved in that, you can hop in the link below. It's cachingwaves.com. And I cover several different coins. I'm in a lot of trades right now, updating those as we go. And you can also see that Blofin exclusive tab on the top left. I am a Blofin partner. And if you are a member of the Discord, you get a $300 deposit bonus as well as 20% rebate on trading fees deposited every time you make a trade daily. So it's worth quite a lot, that link, and that is only available in the Discord. If you're a YouTube subscriber, you get the $300 bonus and 5% rebate for life. So that's what's going on. All right, guys, once again, this is my YouTube schedule if you want to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.